and welcome back to SmartBots Podcast. I'm your host Mansa, and today I'm thrilled to have with us Sri Rao, Manager of Customer Analytics at ACCO Corporation. Sri, so great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Manasa. This is my pleasure.
Before we dive into discussing AI, could you give our audience a quick background on your role and experience in manufacturing analytics?
Definitely. Analytics is an interesting area from the beginning for me. So I did my bachelor's and master's in this area, and then I started understanding, how data can add value in the retail space. And eventually, through my journey, I also spent some time in consulting, and now part of manufacturing industry, looking into how can analytics add value to products, the product life cycle, and so on. So part of ACO, I'm focusing on mostly with wide variety of data to improve the customer experience and also improve how we can actually use all of that data coming out of products, surveys, and other areas to eventually add value to customer experience.
Wonderful background. Now it's clear you bring a wealth of relevant experience. Now, on to our main discussion. We know GenAI is disrupting customer centric efforts in manufacturing. Could you share your insights on how it's transforming the understanding of customer comments and summarizing in this industry?
That's an interesting question. The understanding of this data, especially when it comes to text, has been never so easier in the past. So we have started this journey understanding keywords, identifying keywords in the context of text understanding, and then came NLTK or spacey packages for Python context to improve understanding what's there in the text and classify in a very rudimentary way. And then came the transformers, where we have a lot of ways of bidirectional understanding of text, simplifying what's there and deriving different themes out of data. So this was convenient with transformers, and now with generative AI it became a lot more easier even for a naive person with few apps which are available. It's making a lot more easier to derive themes and also summarize it in a way that it is actionable. So this journey has been interesting so far, and with more and more tools coming out of large language models and LLMs, it's making lot of convenience for data scientists or even organization to summarize, understand these texts.
This is fascinating. It seems like GenAI really helps connecting the dots within all that unstructured customer feedback data. But to zoom in a bit, how GenAI can be a game changer for original equipment manufacturers, which are OEMs. How can GenAI be leveraged for product improvement, specifically when it comes to text summarization into topics of product and product features?
Yes, so this is a smooth transition from what exists in terms of tools and data to how can we use those tools. So the way generative AI is going to play a role is there are a lot of data already existing for the organization, be it product catalog, be it information about the build of the machines. And also there are a lot of data coming which are continuously generating, let's say comments coming from the customers or the discussions in the social forums or the overall feedback about products or the organization. So all of these can be put together and tied back between what's existing in the internal data and what's there externally, and combine both of it to derive an insight to improve the products. So for simple example is that when we look at all these comments from coming from the external parties, it can be contextualized to internal different departments in a way that it provides one-to-one correlation. So when we do that, we can identify clearly what are the key attributes, which product features or the functionalities of the equipment which customers want to have, and that can be put in to the product improvement cycle. And this provides a lot of ways to improve and focus on what's important from the product side.
Leveraging AI for smart text summarization makes so much sense. But also transitioning into the integration challenges, Sri. You have highlighted the challenges of keeping up with the evolution and adapting to provide simple and understandable results. But can you share more on the challenges and opportunities you see in integrating GenAI with existing data science and analytics frameworks?
Definitely. So, with any technology coming in, it provides opportunities and also comes with the challenge. So, rightly, you mentioned keeping up with the evolution is always challenging. So, when we starting from the, what are the tools exist, and by the time the solution comes out with that tool, there will be a new technology in place. And the key there is to get it fast and fail fast if it's not working. So continuously evolving with that pace and then identifying what's more prominent, important for the organization is going to be the key. So when we look at that, it also has to be simple solution. So when we are evolving with that journey, the solution should be as simple as it can be understandable. And to make it simple, we can use a lot of existing tools. So tools like visualization. If the organization is already convenient with certain visualizations or UI, integrate all of these solution into existing tools so that it doesn't look alien to the users, and they are already convenient with the way the results look like. So this is how I see that the way we can use the generative AI and integrate with current tools will help. And in addition to that, it makes it creates that opportunity of comprehending the results coming out of it. So when the user is convenient with those tools, they can easily understand what's in it for them and then start adapted to these results.
You have highlighted some of the key integration challenges from keeping pace with AI evolution to adapting the outputs. Now, pivoting a bit to what specific challenges do data scientists face with data silos in manufacturing?
Yes. So for any data scientist, cutting across silos are the important factor, because each data scientist will be working on a specific area. They are expertised in one area of the business. But what's more important for data scientists in manufacturing industry particularly is to understand the entire life cycle of the machine. OEMs wants to know that they just do not want to understand what's happening in the events data or what's happening in the product catalog or what's happening in customer feedback, but they want to see end-to-end journey of product development and cycle. And to do that, the data scientists are in the best place to understand what data exists in different part of this cycle and cutting it across to get what's there in the warranty data or what do we have in supply chain. Does both of these correlate, and what is the corporate strategy and the business strategy? Do we build are we building the products in that direction? So data scientists will be able to provide these insights to business stakeholders or the product teams in a way that they can understand the data from end to end and provide these inputs to improve the experience and the products.
We touched on some of the challenges around breaking down data silos, which will be so crucial going forward. But thinking ahead now, where do you see the biggest potential for integrating GenAI across manufacturing analytics?
Yes, so this is like very futuristic. We are looking forward for what's coming, and also how we can use all of these tools. So there is always huge amount of data exists in terms of product catalog or content discovery or event monitoring. So there are all of these data exists for OEMs, and what's important from Gen AI perspective is integrating the Gen AI solution into each of these. So the way we can at the moment with existing RAGs, we can actually integrate all of these or use all of this data into the RAGs and retrieve information which is in a convenient and understandable way. Instead of looking thousands of pages of information from the product catalog, it will be a lot more easy to understand and cut through a specific part across all the products. And this is a lot more convenient with RAGs and integration of the solution into each individual area is going to provide a lot of value to organization. So looking at, you know, these technologies, we are still in the beginning of the tunnel. So there are a lot more to come. There are a lot more, emphasize on reusing or, wrapping these existing LLMs into a usable solution. So that's where we can leverage all of these AI, Gen AI technology into the products and experience and improve the overall, value to the organization.
Well, Shri, this has been an engaging discussion on AI's potential in manufacturing. You have shared helpful insights from customer analytics to product improvements to data integration challenges. Now, as we wrap up, what's the key takeaway you want our viewers to remember?
Embrace the technology is something I want to, always think of. There is no new technology or new tools coming up. It's an ocean of opportunity, but we are also need to be cautious about what can we leverage, what adds a lot of value to us. With that, I would say that, I will definitely look forward for all of this technology and the solution. And yeah, thank you, Mansa.
Once again, I appreciate you taking the time to have such an informative dialogue with us. And to our audience, stay tuned for more forward thinking conversations on the future of generative AI here on Smartbots Podcast. Stay curious, stay informed.